What if I told you, did you know Michael Jackson owned a theme park? Tucked away in California, Neverland Ranch was not just a lavish estate, it was a whimsical paradise inspired by the spirit of Peter Pan. Michael Jackson purchased this enchanting property for an astonishing $17 million in 1988, driven by his love for children and his desire to create a safe play space. Imagine a landscape filled with amusement rides, a petting zoo, and even a Ferris wheel, where children could laugh and play without a care in the world. At Neverland, joyous laughter echoed through lush gardens and sparkling fountains, creating a magical atmosphere that invited exploration and fun. Jackson envisioned a sanctuary where kids from all backgrounds could revel in their innocence, surrounded by whimsical decor and imaginative features. Although the ranch ceased operating as a theme park years ago and underwent various transformations, it stands as a testament to Jackson's unique perspective on life. His belief in the power of imagination brought forth a place that blended home and dream, captivating the hearts of many. Isn't it incredible how one man's vision created a magical world for so many? Ever thought about hyenas and their surprising family tree? Most people picture hyenas as dog-like creatures, but surprisingly, they're actually more closely related to cats. While they share some similarities in appearance with dogs, their nearest living relatives are civets and mongooses, which are part of a different evolutionary lineage. This interesting relationship stems from what scientists call convergent evolution, where unrelated species develop similar traits due to adapting to similar environments or lifestyles. This means that despite their dog-like looks, hyenas are more akin to playful house cats than to your friendly neighborhood dog. Hyenas also exhibit unique behaviors and social structures, living in matriarchal clans led by powerful females. So next time you see a hyena, remember that underneath that scruffy exterior is a fascinating evolutionary history that links them much closer to felines than to canines. Isn't it amazing how nature can create such diverse life from similar beginnings? You won't believe what's nearby Pianca. Just a stone's throw away from this charming town are Montepulciano and Montalcino, two jewels of Tuscany known for their exceptional wines. Imagine strolling through picturesque landscapes dotted with medieval fortresses and lush olive groves, all while the scent of ripening grapes fills the air. Montepulciano is famed for its elegant Chianti wines, which have delighted palates around the world, while Montalcino boasts the prestigious Brunello di Montalcino, a favorite among wine connoisseurs. These towns offer more than just delightful drinks. They're steeped in history and culture. You can explore ancient walls and visit local vineyards where passionate winemakers share their secrets. Picture yourself enjoying a glass of Brunello while overlooking panoramic views of rolling hills, a true feast for both the eyes and taste buds. Whether you're a wine lover or just looking for a scenic getaway, the area surrounding Pianca invites you to dive into its rich heritage and stunning landscapes. Believe it or not, cassava can help save the planet. This tropical plant is the star behind a revolutionary eco-friendly product that looks just like a plastic bag, but has a much lighter environmental footprint. Unlike traditional plastic bags that can take hundreds of years to break down and threaten wildlife, the cassava bag dissolves in water and can even be eaten. Imagine walking into a store and choosing a bag that won't linger in the oceans or clutter landfills. Made from the starchy roots of the cassava plant, these bags offer a sustainable alternative, providing an innovative solution to our plastic problem. Not only does this new product support biodegradable practices, but it also opens up a future where convenience and environmental responsibility go hand in hand. Wouldn't you prefer a world where our everyday choices help heal the earth? Why exactly does the Ember Smart Mug impress coffee lovers? This innovative device, known as the Ember Mug 2, is designed to keep your drinks consistently warm at the perfect sipping temperature. Its unique feature is its ability to maintain your preferred beverage temperature for hours, so you can take your time enjoying every sip without the worry of your coffee or tea cooling down too quickly. The interactive LED display makes it easy to adjust temperatures and lets you know when your drink is just right. Whether you're busy at work, relaxing at home, or commuting, The Ember Mug 2 adapts to your lifestyle. Simply pair it with the Ember app on your smartphone to personalize settings and receive notifications when your drink is ready. This mug has truly transformed the way people experience warm beverages and has become a favorite gadget for many tea and coffee enthusiasts. What will they think of next? This might surprise you. Tesla's global reach is astonishing. Tesla's electric vehicles are now sold in over 40 countries, showcasing its impressive expansion across various continents, including North America, Europe, and Asia. This international presence means that from bustling cities in the US to quiet towns in Norway, you can see Tesla's innovative EVs on the roads. Since its inception, the company has rapidly ascended to become one of the top-selling electric vehicle manufacturers worldwide, capturing the attention of eco-conscious consumers and tech enthusiasts alike. As more people prioritize sustainability and cutting-edge technology, Tesla continues to lead the charge by not just selling cars but promoting clean energy solutions. This shift is reshaping the automotive industry, making electric vehicles more mainstream and accessible than ever before. Could it be that we are witnessing a revolution in how we think about driving? Let's uncover the truth about Christmas cards. Each year in the United States, over 3 billion Christmas cards are sold, making it one of the most beloved ways to share joy and holiday spirit. This charming tradition started back in 1843, when Sir Henry Cole, a British civil servant, introduced the first ever commercial Christmas card. Imagine a world where people didn't exchange festive messages. Today, however, as folks gather around the tree, card giving feels as essential as decorating the house. The cards often feature cheerful designs, heartfelt wishes, and sometimes even family photos, bringing smiles to recipients. This practice not only fosters connections among friends and family, but also supports various charities through card sales. So the next time you think about sending a card, remember that you're part of a joyful legacy that has spanned nearly 2 centuries. Dare to dive into the Mariana Trench? This remarkable location is the deepest part of the ocean, plunging down about 36,000 feet. To put that into perspective, it could easily cover Mount Everest with over a mile of water resting above it. The immense pressure at these depths can reach over 1,000 times that at sea level, making it an incredibly harsh environment. Yet, astonishingly, life thrives here. Scientists have discovered unique creatures that have adapted to these extreme conditions, including giant amoebas and mysterious bioluminescent organisms. These fascinating beings have developed special features to withstand the crushing pressure and lack of sunlight. Exploring the Mariana Trench helps researchers understand life in extreme conditions and the planet's geological history. What other surprises might be hidden in this underwater abyss? Here's a wild fact about macadamia nuts. Did you know that these tasty treats, often enjoyed in cookies and candies, can be dangerous for our furry friends? Macadamia nuts contain compounds that can be highly toxic to dogs, causing them to experience a variety of unsettling symptoms. Even a small amount can lead to vomiting, weakness, and tremors. If your dog is particularly sensitive, they might even develop hyperthermia or an increased body temperature, which can be quite serious. Although humans can delight in the buttery flavor and health benefits of these nuts, it's essential to keep them out of reach of your pets. If your dog manages to sneak a few bites, it's crucial to monitor their behavior and contact a veterinarian immediately if you notice any concerning signs. So next time you're snacking on macadamia nuts, make sure to save some for yourself and keep your pooch safe. Scientists recently discovered that Iraq enforces a strict alcohol ban. Since 2016, Iraq has taken a bold step by enforcing a total ban on the production and sale of alcohol, marking a significant shift in the country's cultural landscape. This decision aligns with Iraq's Islamic traditions, which typically discourage or prohibit alcohol consumption. The consequences of breaking this law can be quite severe. Violators risk penalties ranging dramatically from as little as $8 to an astonishing $20,000, depending on the seriousness of their infraction. This ban has ignited a mixture of reactions among citizens, prompting some to return to traditional practices or seek out smuggled alternatives to alcohol. Interestingly, the regulation highlights the complexities of modern Iraqi society, where young people often feel the weight of such restrictions the most. While the law aims to uphold social values, it also provokes discussion about personal freedoms and cultural expression. Overall, Iraq's alcohol ban serves as a striking example of how legislation can influence the daily lives, social interactions, and cultural dynamics of its citizens. Most people don't know this, but rainfall is changing. Climate change has dramatically altered weather patterns, especially in the southeastern U.S. Since 1958, precipitation has surged by 27%, bringing heavier rainstorms and escalating the flood risks along the mighty Mississippi River. This increase means that communities previously accustomed to certain weather conditions now face severe weather surprises. Imagine the impact on farming, fishing, and daily life. Farmers rely on predictable weather, and with sudden downpours, crops can be washed away or suffer from waterlogged soils. Additionally, cities along the river are ramping up their flood defenses, knowing that more intense storms can lead to dangerous flooding. The rising water levels not only threaten homes but also disrupt ecosystems that rely on stable river conditions. So as we move forward, it's essential to consider how our changing climate will shape the future of weather in the southeastern U.S. How do you think communities can adapt to these new realities? Prepare to be amazed by humpback whale songs. These magnificent creatures are not just known for their impressive size and acrobatics, they also produce intricate melodies that can last up to 20 minutes. Scientists believe these songs play a vital role in communication, especially among male humpbacks during mating season. Imagine a vast underwater concert, with each male whale contributing unique notes to attract potential mates. The songs can travel for miles through the ocean, carrying messages of love and rivalry in their haunting harmonies. Interestingly, these melodies aren't static. They evolve over time, with males adopting new patterns and sharing them throughout their populations. This captivating behavior highlights the complex social structures of humpback whales, showcasing not only their intelligence, but also their need to connect with one another. What will they sing next? Is it really true that Austria has a stairway to heaven? You bet it does! The Himmler-Schleider is an incredible via ferrata that connects two rocky peaks with its daring 131-foot-high staircase. This thrilling structure features metal rungs strung between sturdy steel cables, allowing adventurous hikers to ascend one of the most breathtaking views in the Austrian landscape. While it may sound like a dream come true for thrill seekers and nature lovers, it's important to note that this attraction is definitely not for those who have a fear of heights. Each step upward brings you closer to stunning vistas, rewarding your courage with unforgettable panoramas of the mountains and valleys below. As you climb, you'll feel the rush of adrenaline, invigorated by the sheer beauty surrounding you. Whether you're an experienced climber or just looking for a new adventure, the Himmler-Schleider offers an exhilarating experience. So if you're planning a trip to Austria, don't miss out on this unique opportunity to walk on a stairway leading to the sky. Did you know illegal immigration numbers are declining? Recent studies show a surprising trend. The number of undocumented immigrants in the U.S. has not reached historic highs as many believe. In fact, over the last decade, these numbers have stabilized or even dropped. A significant number of undocumented individuals are those who overstayed their visas instead of crossing borders unlawfully. Interestingly, while net migration from Mexico has decreased, there's been an increase in undocumented immigrants arriving from regions like Asia and Central America. This shift suggests that the narrative of record-breaking illegal immigration may be more politically charged than based on the actual data. By understanding the true patterns and trends, we gain a clearer view of the complexities surrounding immigration in America today. Discover the surprising drama among fruit bats. Researchers at Tel Aviv University, in a groundbreaking study from 2016, revealed that fruit bats love to argue with each other. Using advanced machine learning, these scientists analyzed the sounds made by bats and found that their communication isn't just about finding food or mates. It's full of lively debates. Imagine a bunch of bats squabbling over their favorite fruit or squawking about who gets the best roosting spot. This discovery highlights that bats have complex social interactions and emotions, much like humans. Instead of simply being silent creatures of the night, they are vocal and expressive. Their arguments can help establish social bonds and hierarchies, making their relationships even more interesting. So next time you see fruit bats flapping through the sky, remember there's a whole world of batty banter happening up there. Let's uncover the truth about Bibury, England, a charming village that feels straight out of a fairy tale. Nestled in the Cotswolds, Bibury is renowned for its stunning limestone houses and quaint thatched roofs. One of its most iconic features is Arlington Row, a remarkable collection of 14th century cottages that countless visitors flock to photograph. These picturesque homes, with their traditional design, showcase the timeless beauty of English architecture and history. Arlington Row isn't just beautiful, it's also preserved by the National Trust, ensuring that this slice of history remains untouched for future generations. Walking through Bibury, you might feel as if you've stepped back in time, surrounded by the enchanting landscapes and friendly local charm. Why is this village such a beloved destination for travelers from all around the globe? Is it really true that bumblebee bats are tiny marvels? The bumblebee bat, also known as Kitty's hognose bat, holds the title of the world's smallest mammal. Weighing between 0.05 to 0.07 ounces, these delicate creatures can fit comfortably in the palm of your hand. Their head-to-body length ranges from 1.14 to 1.29 inches, with a wingspan measuring about 5.1 to 5.7 inches. Found primarily in Thailand and Myanmar, these unique bats thrive in limestone caves, where they roost together in small colonies. Despite their minuscule size, they have a big role in the ecosystem, helping to keep insect populations in check as they feast on tiny insects. Their smallness makes them vulnerable to habitat loss, raising concerns for their future. Learning more about these fascinating creatures can help us protect them. What other amazing creatures might be hiding in plain sight? Ever wondered if we really have free will? The ongoing debate in philosophical theology tackles the complex question of whether God predetermines our actions, often referred to as theological determinism, or if we truly have the power to choose. This discussion digs deep into what it means to be responsible for our actions. Imagine living in a world where every decision is already laid out by divine preordination. How would that change our understanding of right and wrong? If our choices are fixed, can we still be held accountable for them? Or would that simply fall to a higher power? On the flip side, the idea of free will suggests we have the autonomy to shape our destinies, making us the architects of our lives. This philosophical tug-of-war not only influences religion, but also impacts ethics, law, and our everyday relationships. So in a universe guided by a creator, where do we stand in the driver's seat of our lives? Here's what actually happens when you mix up raise and raise. The English language is full of surprises, and the words raise and raise are perfect examples. Despite sounding the same, they have entirely opposite meanings. Raise means to lift something up or increase it, like when you raise your hand in class or raise money for a good cause. On the other hand, raze means to completely destroy or demolish something, such as tearing down an old building. This can lead to some comical misunderstandings. Imagine telling someone you're going to raise money for charity. That definitely sends the wrong message. Such homophones add to the richness and complexity of English, reminding us to pay attention to context. So next time you hear someone using these words, will you know the difference? What if I told you about NYC's hidden subway treasure? Beneath the bustling streets of New York City lies a fascinating secret: the City Hall subway station. Opened in 1904, this architectural beauty was once a vibrant hub on the IRT Lexington Avenue line, celebrated for its stunning arches and intricate tile work. Unfortunately, after nearly 70 years of service, it closed in 1945 because its short platform couldn't accommodate the newer, longer trains. Yet City Hall Station has not faded into oblivion. On its centennial anniversary in 2004, it opened its doors for public tours, allowing lucky visitors to step back in time and admire its vintage charm. This hidden gem serves as a reminder of the city's rich transportation history, showcasing a time when travel was more about elegance than efficiency. Today, the station stands as a poignant symbol of the subway system's evolution, where countless stories remain buried just beneath the surface. So the next time you ride the subway, remember that beneath your feet lies a world of untold history waiting to be rediscovered. Guess what truly predates forests on Earth? Sharks, those amazing ocean predators, have been around far longer than many of us realize. They first appeared over 400 million years ago, which means they existed long before trees started sprouting on land. In fact, the first trees didn't emerge until about 350 million years ago, making sharks some of the oldest surviving creatures on our planet. These remarkable animals have survived multiple mass extinctions, adapting to various environments and changing climates over millions of years. Their unique features, like a keen sense of smell and powerful jaws, have contributed to their resilience. Ever since the Devonian period, often nicknamed the Age of Fishes, sharks have ruled the seas while the evolution of plants was just beginning. So, the next time you take a trip to the beach, remember that swimming beside you might be a living piece of Earth's ancient history. Isn't it incredible to think that these formidable predators have been around for so long? What if I told you about the Russian albino robe? This extraordinary creature stands out in the animal kingdom due to its striking red fur and stunning blue eyes. Native to specific regions in Russia, the Russian albino robe is not just a pretty face. It also possesses unique traits that allow it to move independently in its environment. Unlike many other species that may rely heavily on their group for mobility or protection, this fascinating animal showcases remarkable adaptability and self-sufficiency. Researchers are intrigued by the genetic factors behind its vibrant coloration and independence, making it a significant species for study in biodiversity and conservation efforts. As the Russian albino robe faces threats from habitat loss and climate change, it emphasizes the need to protect such rare animals and their ecosystems. What can we learn from studying creatures like the Russian albino robe? Prepare to be amazed by your nose's power. Did you know that the human nose is capable of distinguishing between 50,000 different scents? This incredible ability showcases just how sensitive our olfactory system truly is. Our sense of smell is often underestimated because it operates quietly in the background, but it plays a crucial role in our daily lives. From identifying delicious foods to recalling cherished memories, our nose contributes significantly to how we experience the world. The olfactory receptors in our nasal cavity detect scents, sending signals to the brain that help us interpret them. Factors like genetics, age, and even environment can influence this ability. So next time you catch a whiff of freshly baked cookies or the crisp scent of rain, remember that your nose is working hard, picking up distinctions that not everyone can detect. How amazing is that? Get ready for the K9 helm making headlines. This innovative helmet, designed specifically for dogs working in hazardous environments like police or military settings, is changing how we think about canine safety. The first model, known as the Trident M1, uses advanced 3D printing technology, which allows for a perfect fit and extra protection for our furry heroes. Just like how human helmets protect their wearers, the K9 helm is crafted to defend against potential injuries while performing vital tasks. These working dogs often face challenging situations, and the K9 helm provides an essential layer of safety. Imagine a police dog on the front lines, confidently wearing this headgear while protecting its partner. With this groundbreaking technology, our loyal companions can work in dangerous environments with better protection than ever. Isn't it amazing to see how innovation helps keep our four-legged friends safe? Did Mike Tyson find love in unexpected places? From the boxing ring to the skies, Mike Tyson has a surprising passion for pigeons. He revealed that these birds were the first creatures he truly loved, showing us a unique bond that can exist between humans and animals. Growing up, Tyson spent countless hours caring for his feathered friends, and this devotion evolved into a lifelong passion. He even participates in pigeon competitions, showcasing the incredible skills of his prized birds. In interviews, Tyson has shared that the simple act of caring for pigeons brings him a sense of peace and harmony, a refreshing contrast to his tumultuous life in the spotlight. This connection not only highlights the calming effect pets can have, but also showcases how love can come in many forms, even from small, gentle creatures like pigeons. Could this love story remind us all to appreciate the companionship of animals? Here's a wild fact about unbelievable survival story of a headless chicken. In 1945, one extraordinary chicken named Mike defied all odds and became a sensation in the realm of survival. A farmer in Colorado accidentally decapitated Mike using an axe, but miraculously, the blade avoided severing his jugular vein and preserved part of his brainstem. This fascinating twist allowed Mike to remain alive, astonishing everyone who witnessed this bizarre event. Despite being headless, Mike managed to eat and drink, as his devoted owner, Lloyd Olson, discovered a unique way to provide nourishment. By dropping soft foods like corn and milk into Mike's mouth, he ensured the chicken could still live on. The strange circumstances surrounding Mike's life captivated the public's attention, ultimately leading to a traveling show that presented this astonishing creature across the United States. As crowds gathered to marvel at the headless wonder, Mike's tale became an enduring part of agricultural folklore. His incredible story serves as a testament to nature's resilience, reminding us that life can flourish in the most unexpected conditions. Here's a wild fact about ancient Egypt's beer economy. In ancient Egypt, workers who built the magnificent pyramids received more than just money or food for their hard labor. They often got beer as part of their wages. Imagine getting up to 4 liters of beer each day. This wasn't just a tasty treat. The beer was essential for hydration in the hot desert climate and packed with nutrients that helped the workers stay healthy and energized. Beer was such a vital part of their daily lives that it became a standard method of payment. While today we might think of beer more for relaxation or celebration, back then it was a crucial, everyday necessity for laborers. The ancient Egyptians even brewed their beer in large quantities, showcasing their impressive brewing skills. So next time you raise a glass, remember the pyramid builders and their unique form of currency. Can a 22-year-old really lift a BMW? In 2012, a remarkable event showcased the power of the human spirit when Lauren Kornacki, a 22-year-old with a petite frame, displayed extraordinary strength. After a car jack failed, her father was pinned under a staggering 3,800-pound BMW. In a moment of sheer will and adrenaline, often called hysterical strength, Lauren rolled the massive vehicle off her unconscious father, a feat most would consider impossible. Not stopping there, she immediately began performing CPR, a critical action that likely saved his life, until help arrived. This incident highlights how adrenaline can elevate performance in crisis situations, demonstrating the incredible potential hidden within us all. Lauren's bravery shows that when faced with life-and-death situations, human resilience and strength can sometimes surpass physical limitations. What would you do in a similar emergency? Believe it or not, the Simpsons characters have 4 fingers. This iconic design choice made by the show's creators stems from a desire for animation efficiency. By simplifying characters to have only 4 fingers on each hand, the production team saves valuable time and effort. Imagine having to animate 5 fingers. Each wiggle or gesture would take much longer to draw. This clever simplification doesn't just speed up the animation process, it also creates a distinctive and recognizable look that fans have come to love. Characters like Homer, Marge, and Bart are instantly identifiable, making them timeless icons of pop culture. This bold choice also allows for smoother motion and clearer expressions, which enhance comedic moments and emotional scenes. The 4-finger design has even become a trademark of the show, influencing other animated series to adopt similar styles. So next time you watch The Simpsons, take a moment to appreciate how a simple design decision contributes to its charm and longevity in the world of television. Did you know that capybaras are the largest rodents? These fascinating creatures can weigh up to 150 pounds and reach about 4 feet in length. Found mainly in South America, capybaras thrive in groups, often seen in family units of 10 to 20 individuals. Their social nature is a key part of their charm. They communicate through a mix of barks, whistles, and purrs. But it's not just their friendly demeanor that makes them special. Capybaras are excellent swimmers, thanks to their webbed feet and streamlined bodies. They often spend time in water, using it to cool off from the heat. Additionally, these gentle giants play a vital role in their ecosystem. As herbivores, they help maintain plant growth by grazing on grasses and aquatic plants. So next time you hear about capybaras, remember they aren't just big rodents, they're sociable swimmers who make a splash in their environment. Believe it or not, narwhal tusks are twisted teeth. Many people think the narwhal's tusk is a horn used for defense, but it's actually an elongated tooth that can grow as long as 10 feet. This fascinating adaptation serves more than just a striking appearance. The tusk is full of incredible sensors. These sensors allow the narwhal to detect various changes in its environment, such as shifts in temperature, pressure, and salinity of the water. Imagine swimming in the icy Arctic waters and relying on such a unique tool to help you survive and thrive. The tusk may seem like a mere oddity, but it plays a vital role in the narwhal's ability to navigate its habitat. Researchers have studied these magnificent creatures and are continually amazed by what they discover. By understanding how narwhals interact with their surroundings, scientists can gain insights into the health of the Arctic ecosystem. So the next time you hear about the mysterious narwhal, remember that its striking tusk is more than just a curious feature. It's a key to survival in the chilly depths. Most people don't know this, but 40 matters. This number pops up frequently in discussions about childhood and development, and understanding its significance can be eye-opening. Research shows that many crucial developmental milestones occur before a child reaches the age of 40 months, which is about 3.5 years. During these early years, a child's brain undergoes rapid growth, with 90% of its full size reached by age 5. This is a time when skills like language, social interaction, and problem-solving blossom, laying the groundwork for later learning. Parents and educators often focus on ages 0 to 5, emphasizing activities that support this growth. Yet the number 40 also reminds us that childhood extends beyond those early years. Engaging positively with children and encouraging their curiosity well into their teens is essential. So what can you do to make every year of childhood count? Believe it or not, hurricanes have surprising names. This fascinating naming tradition kicked off thanks to meteorologist Clement Ragg in the late 1800s. Ragg had a unique approach. He decided to name storms after politicians he didn't like, which definitely added a personal touch to weather reporting. His method was quite different from what we know today, where storms are named in alphabetical order and alternate between male and female names. The intention behind naming hurricanes is to make it easier for people to understand and communicate about these powerful storms. Names help to reduce confusion when multiple storms are occurring at once. Today, organizations like the National Hurricane Center keep a list of names and retire those of particularly destructive storms. So next time a hurricane makes headlines, remember there's a bit of history and personality behind that name. Hard to believe, but our sun is running out of time. In about 5 billion years, this massive ball of gas will undergo a dramatic transformation, evolving into a red giant. Imagine the sun swelling up and becoming so large that it could potentially engulf Mercury, Venus, and even Earth. This process results from changes in the sun's core as it exhausts its hydrogen fuel, causing it to expand and cool. Once it reaches its red giant phase, the sun will eventually shed its outer layers, creating a stunning planetary nebula. What's left behind will be a dense, dim white dwarf, a small, hot remnant of the sun's former glory. While this might seem far away, it reminds us of the universe's cycle of birth and rebirth. Astronomers study these cosmic transformations to understand our own solar system's fate and the life cycle of stars, prompting the question, how do we prepare for such a distant future? Believe it or not, Colombia's Coffee Triangle is magical. This incredible region, made up of Caldas, Quindío, and Risaralda, is famous for producing some of the finest coffee beans in the world. Nestled in the Andes Mountains, the Coffee Triangle boasts a perfect climate, rich volcanic soil, and lush landscapes that create ideal growing conditions for coffee. The combination of these factors allows for coffee beans with a unique flavor profile, often featuring hints of chocolate, fruit, and caramel. Visiting this area not only lets you taste exceptional coffee, but also experience vibrant local culture, stunning scenery, and the passion of the farmers dedicated to their craft. Many coffee farms offer tours where you can learn about the entire coffee-making process, from bean to cup. So why not explore this beautiful region and sip some of the best coffee you'll ever taste? You might be shocked to learn that pineapples take years to grow. These tropical fruits aren't just a quick snack. They require about 1.5 to 3 years to reach their juicy, sweet perfection. Imagine waiting that long for a delicious treat. During this lengthy process, a pineapple plant needs plenty of sunlight, warmth, and care. Farmers nurture them, ensuring they get enough water and nutrients to thrive. But patience is key. As they grow, the plants develop into spiky green bushes, producing lovely flowers before finally sprouting the fruit we all love. It's fascinating to think about the journey your pineapple has gone through before ending up on your table, possibly even growing longer than your last relationship. So next time you slice into a fresh pineapple, remember the time and effort that went into bringing that vibrant fruit to your plate. Here's a wild fact about Nagoro, the Valley of Dolls. This unique Japanese village grabs attention because it boasts more life-size dolls than actual people. Tsukimi Ayano, a local artist, has lovingly crafted these dolls to honor former residents, turning the quiet village into a whimsical showpiece. Each doll mirrors the life of its human counterpart, whether it's a farmer tending to the fields or a child playing by the river. As the village faces the challenge of rural depopulation, these dolls have become a celebration of community and memory, attracting curious tourists from around the world. Walking through Nagoro feels like stepping into a living art installation where stories linger in every corner. Visitors not only admire the artistry, but also reflect on the broader issues of shrinking populations in rural areas. What inspires you about this creative tribute to the past? Is it really true that pollution equals smoking cigarettes? In cities like Beijing, the air can be so polluted that spending just one day outdoors is like smoking 21 cigarettes. This startling comparison highlights the dangers of fine particulate matter known as PM 2.5. These tiny particles can easily get into your lungs and even enter your bloodstream, leading to serious health problems over time. The higher the PM 2.5 levels, the greater the risk of respiratory issues like asthma and chronic bronchitis, as well as heart diseases. Unfortunately, many people in these polluted areas may not realize how much harm they are exposing themselves to just by walking outside. As urban areas continue to grow and industrial activities expand, it's crucial for everyone to understand the implications of air quality on health. Can we afford to ignore this growing crisis? This might surprise you. Antarctica has incredibly dry valleys. The dry valleys in Antarctica rank among the driest places on our planet, with some regions getting less than 10 millimeters of precipitation each year. To put that in perspective, that's less rain than many deserts. The unique geography of the dry valleys, including steep mountains and ice-covered surfaces, helps to trap moisture, creating a hyper-arid environment. Despite their extreme dryness, these valleys are home to fascinating life forms, like resilient microbes that can thrive in tough conditions. Scientists explore these valleys to study how life survives where little rain falls, shedding light on possibilities for life beyond Earth. The harsh climate and stunning landscapes make the dry valleys not just a scientific wonder, but also a spectacular sight, attracting adventurous explorers and researchers alike. Who knew that such dryness could exist in the icy heart of Antarctica? Why exactly does IC 1101 dwarf our Milky Way? IC 1101 is an astonishing giant, currently recognized as the largest known galaxy in the universe. Spanning a staggering 6 million light-years in diameter, this behemoth is over 60 times larger than our own Milky Way. To put that into perspective, imagine a galaxy that can contain millions of stars, gas clouds, and dark matter, a veritable universe unto itself. What's even more incredible is its mass. IC 1101 is about 2,000 times more massive than the Milky Way. This means it holds an unfathomable number of stars, possibly reaching trillions. Such immense size and mass raise fascinating questions about galaxy formation and evolution. How do galaxies like IC 1101 form, grow, and interact over billions of years? Understanding this cosmic giant not only expands our knowledge of the universe, but also helps us appreciate the complexity and diversity of galaxies as a whole. Hard to believe, but rubies and sapphires are siblings. Both of these stunning gemstones come from the same mineral family known as corundum. The only thing that separates them is their color. When corundum has a rich, vibrant red hue, it earns the title of ruby. On the other hand, corundum shows any color other than red, including mesmerizing blues, greens, and even yellows, and it's classified as a sapphire. This stunning variety means sapphires can be found in an astonishing rainbow of shades, captivating gem enthusiasts and jewelers alike. Interestingly, rubies are often more expensive than sapphires, mostly due to their rarity. The next time you admire a glittering gemstone, remember that beneath their striking appearances, rubies and sapphires share a unique genetic bond. Isn't it fascinating how colors can play such a big role in classifying these beautiful stones? Surprisingly, it's a fact that lightning loves Lake Victoria. This stunning lake, located in Africa, isn't just famous for its beauty, it's also known for being one of the most lightning-prone places on the planet. Why does this happen? Well, the region's unique weather patterns create perfect conditions for thunderstorms to form almost daily. Tall structures, open spaces, and conductive materials attract lightning, making places like Lake Victoria particularly vulnerable. During storms, the charged particles in the atmosphere build up, causing electrical discharges that result in lightning strikes. This phenomenon isn't random. It follows specific patterns rooted in physics and geography. So the next time you see a storm brewing over a tall building or an open field, remember that lightning is following its own rules, striking the same places time and time again. Did medieval peasants really take months off from work? Surprisingly, yes. During the medieval era, peasants enjoyed between 8 weeks and even half a year of holidays. This might seem unusual today, but the church of that time felt that rest was crucial for workers. They believed that providing peasants with ample breaks would help maintain stability and prevent unrest. Imagine a time when laborers would set aside their daily grind to celebrate various feasts and religious observances. These holidays allowed families to come together, participate in community events, and even enjoy festive foods. The time off was not just for fun, it also played a role in the rhythm of agricultural life, allowing crops to be harvested and livestock tended to. So next time you think about medieval life, remember that even in tough times, peasants were granted essential time to recharge and connect with their communities. Why exactly does the Yarlung Shangpo Grand Canyon amaze us? This breathtaking canyon in China is confirmed as the deepest in the world, plunging 5,500 meters, 18,000 feet, down into the earth. Stretching over 500 kilometers, it easily outdoes the famous Grand Canyon in the United States in both depth and length. Formed by the Yarlung Shangpo River, it meanders through towering mountains, lush valleys, and unique ecosystems that showcase the region's stunning biodiversity. The canyon not only attracts adventure seekers and nature lovers, but also scientists who study the geology and climate of this incredible landscape. With its majestic cliffs and mysterious paths, the Yarlung Shangpo Grand Canyon continues to captivate everyone's imagination, raising questions about how it formed and what secrets it may still hold. Isn't it fascinating how nature shapes our world in such extraordinary ways? Did you hear about the Batmobile's record-breaking sale? In a stunning auction, the original Batmobile from the iconic 1966 Batman series sold for an impressive $4.2 million. This flashy vehicle, famous for its sleek design and vibrant colors, is more than just a car. It is a piece of television history. Created by custom car designer George Barris, this unique Batmobile became a symbol of pop culture and superhero fandom. With only one original model in existence, its rarity drives collector interest through the roof. Buyers flock to own a piece of the superhero legacy, and this sale shows just how much fans adore Batman. The Batmobile isn't just a cool ride for Batman, It's a beloved piece of art that sparks nostalgia for the days when the Caped Crusader battled villains on our screens. The excitement over the auction reflects the growing trend of collectors investing in pop culture memorabilia. What will the next big sale reveal about our love for classic characters? Meet the golden dart frog, nature's tiny poison factory. This incredible creature resides in the vibrant rainforests of Colombia and Panama, and it holds the title of the most toxic vertebrate on Earth. Imagine a small, colorful frog, often no bigger than a dime, packing enough venom to potentially kill 10 adult humans. The golden dart frog's skin secretes a potent toxin called batrachotoxin, which is so powerful that just a tiny amount can be lethal. Indigenous people historically use this toxin to coat their blowgun darts, making hunting not only a skill, but also a deadly endeavor. The bright colors of these frogs signal danger to predators, a classic example of nature's warning system. Interestingly, these frogs derive their toxicity from their diet, specifically from the ants and other small insects they consume in the wild. In captivity, without access to these specific food sources, they lose their deadly power. Isn't it fascinating how such a small animal can have such a significant impact? Did you know North Korea has its own pizza culture? In the 1990s, Kim Jong-il developed a surprising passion for this Italian dish, prompting him to bring in expert chefs straight from Italy. His goal was to create a unique pizza experience for the people of North Korea. These chefs not only shared their culinary skills, but also trained North Koreans in the art of pizza making. This initiative introduced many locals to the joys of pizza, transforming it into a popular dish in various eateries. Interestingly, the pizzas made in North Korea often feature unique toppings such as corn, pickled vegetables, and even seafood, reflecting local tastes and ingredients. Today, pizza can be found in Pyongyang and other places, showcasing how food can bridge cultures, even in a country with such strict control over its media and foreign influences. Who would have thought pizza could play a role in North Korean dining? Hard to believe, but chocolate can be deadly. In Pennsylvania and New Jersey, 2 factory workers tragically lost their lives in separate incidents involving massive vats of melted chocolate. In 2002, one worker fell into a staggering 4,500-liter vat, unable to escape the literal sea of chocolate surrounding them. Just 7 years later, another worker was knocked into a vat by a mixing blade. These heartbreaking incidents highlight the often overlooked dangers of industrial food production. When you think of chocolate factories, delightful images may come to mind, like Willy Wonka's whimsical creations. However, the reality is that the machinery and processes involved can be perilous, particularly in environments where safety protocols may be compromised. The story of these workers serves as a reminder that even the sweetest jobs can carry serious risks. What measures can be taken to ensure safer working conditions in such industries? Guess what really drives our view of the cosmos? The light from stars and galaxies travels incredible distances, and when we look up at the night sky, we are actually peering into the past. This means that the stars we see are not in their current state. Instead, we see how they appeared billions of years ago. For example, if a star is 1,000 light years away, the light we observe today left that star 1,000 years ago. This fascinating delay reveals not only the beauty of the universe, but also the history of its development. As astronomers study these distant celestial bodies, they paint a vivid picture of the universe's origins and evolution. So the next time you gaze at the stars, remember that you are witnessing not just twinkling lights, but ancient echoes from the past, giving us clues about how our universe came to be. What else might our skies reveal? What if the Bermuda Triangle has real secrets? This mysterious area, stretching roughly from Miami to Bermuda to Puerto Rico, has gained a notorious reputation for the unexplained disappearances of numerous ships and aircraft. Over the decades, many vessels have vanished without a trace, sparking fascination and fear among sailors and pilots. Some people believe supernatural forces or even alien encounters might be at play, stirring up a whirlwind of myths. However, skeptics argue that natural explanations exist, such as unpredictable weather patterns, magnetic anomalies, or even human error. The high traffic through the area, combined with sometimes treacherous waters, may also contribute to these incidents. Despite extensive investigations, the Bermuda Triangle remains shrouded in intrigue, captivating imaginations worldwide. Why does this area continue to baffle researchers and thrill-seekers alike? The truth is, we may never fully unravel the secrets of the Bermuda Triangle, but the stories it inspires will keep us guessing for generations to come. Did you know Iceland began with volcanic eruptions? Over millions of years, this unique island has emerged from the fiery depths of the earth. Thanks to intense volcanic activity, Iceland was formed roughly 16 to 18 million years ago as lava spewed out from tectonic plate movements. The meeting of the North American and Eurasian plates created a hotspot that still fuels the country's geology today. As a result, visitors encounter stunning landscapes with geysers, hot springs, and active volcanoes like Eyjafjallajökull, which famously erupted in 2010. These volcanic formations not only shape Iceland's breathtaking scenery, but also contribute to its geothermal energy, making it one of the world leaders in sustainable energy use. The island's unique geology offers a playground for scientists and adventurers alike, revealing the raw power of nature. From the dramatic cliffs of the Snæfellsnes Peninsula to the vibrant blue waters of the Blue Lagoon, Iceland's volcanic origins continue to be a fascinating feature of its identity. Isn't it incredible how much heat and energy lie beneath the surface? Discover the hidden past of Afghanistan and Pakistan. These two neighboring countries have a fascinating history that significantly influences their present. Afghanistan, often called the crossroads of Asia, has seen numerous empires rise and fall, from the Achaemenids to the Great Game between Britain and Russia. This rich tapestry of cultures and histories alongside Pakistan's own journey, emerging as an independent nation in 1947 amidst conflicts, shapes their identities today. Ongoing disputes and challenges, such as those surrounding borders and governance, underline a complex relationship that has evolved over time. Understanding these historical contexts helps shed light on current events and ongoing struggles. Why do the echoes of past conflicts still resonate so deeply in their societies? Let's uncover the truth about Norway's Atlantic Road. This incredible route connects a series of islands through a cluster of stunning bridges that look like they're floating above the ocean. Located on Norway's west coast, the Atlantic Road is not just a regular highway, it's an engineering marvel that showcases the beauty of nature and human ingenuity. Opened in 1989, it winds gracefully for about 8.3 kilometers and is often referred to as one of the world's most beautiful roads. What makes it even more impressive is how it bravely withstands the unpredictable weather of the Atlantic Ocean, with strong winds and heavy rain being common. Visitors are treated to breathtaking views of crashing waves, dramatic cliffs, and scenic landscapes. Whether you're driving or walking, this remarkable engineering feat invites adventurers and nature lovers alike to experience its charm firsthand. You won't believe this about ketchup's strange past. In the 1830s, ketchup wasn't just a tasty topping for fries, it was marketed as a medicinal product. Dr. John Cook Bennett, a physician, claimed that ketchup could cure ailments ranging from indigestion to jaundice. He mixed tomato extract with alcohol to create his version, promoting it to help people feel better. This unusual approach shows how our perception of food can change over time. While we now enjoy ketchup primarily on burgers and hot dogs, back then, people may have been using it as a health tonic. The idea of enjoying something as simple as ketchup with your meal seems so normal now, but it's fascinating to consider that once, it was seen as medicine. So the next time you squeeze ketchup onto your plate, remember its wild journey from a healing solution to a beloved condiment. What else could our favorite foods be hiding? What if I told you whales travel thousands of miles? Many whale species, like the magnificent humpback whales, embark on epic migrations that can cover over 5,000 miles. These incredible journeys usually take them from their feeding grounds in chilly Arctic waters to warmer coastal areas where they breed. Imagine swimming the length of the entire US just to find a place to start a family. During these migrations, humpbacks use a variety of sounds and social behaviors to keep in touch with one another and to find their way. They rely on environmental cues like water temperature, currents, and even the stars to navigate through the vast ocean. This long trek is not only awe-inspiring, but also critical for their survival, ensuring they find enough food to sustain them and their young. Isn't it fascinating how these gentle giants manage such remarkable feats? Can you believe Harvard's language twist in history? Founded in 1636, Harvard University is one of the oldest institutions of higher learning in the United States. When it first opened its doors, the institution focused on training ministers, offering classes mainly in Latin, the language of scholars and religious texts at that time. This connection to Latin wasn't just about tradition, it reflected the educational priorities of the era, which valued classical studies. However, by 1780, Harvard made a significant shift, embracing English as the primary language of instruction. This change signified not only a move towards broader accessibility for students, but also marked a cultural transition in America as the nation started to forge its own identity apart from British influences. Today, Harvard is celebrated for its diverse curriculum and world-renowned faculty. Yet its early language choices highlight an interesting blend of historical academic practices and the evolution of American education. How many more surprising twists does Harvard's rich history hold? Have you ever wondered about the Wright brothers' famous flight? In 1910, Orville and Wilbur Wright, renowned for inventing controlled flight, soared through the skies together for the first time. Their father, fearing he might lose both sons to a tragic accident, had been hesitant to let them fly together. This singular flight represents a pivotal moment in aviation history, showcasing the groundbreaking work they had achieved in developing the airplane. The brothers were visionaries, constantly experimenting and refining their designs. Flying together allowed them to share in the joy and excitement of their monumental achievement, cementing their bond both as siblings and as pioneers. Though they had flown separately numerous times before, this special occasion captured the essence of their teamwork and determination. Can you imagine the thrill they felt launching into the air, knowing they were making history? Elephants are changing fast in Mozambique. Recent studies show that these majestic creatures are evolving due to heavy poaching pressures. The percentage of tuskless females has soared from just 3% to a staggering 51%. This shift is not just a statistic, it could profoundly impact their behavior and the ecosystems they help shape. Tuskless elephants may adapt their feeding habits and social structures, leading to changes in how they interact with their environment. For example, without tusks, these elephants may rely more on their strength in other ways, like using their trunks to dig for water or food. Their ability to create and maintain habitats, such as pushing down trees to create clearings, might also change. As more elephants lose their tusks, we could see a ripple effect throughout the ecosystem. Can you imagine a future where elephants thrive without tusks? Did you know police car interference has serious consequences? In Colorado, if you interfere with an active police car, you could face hefty fines or even jail time. This rule is in place to ensure that officers can perform their duties without distractions or disruptions. Interfering can include actions like blocking a police vehicle, yelling at officers during a traffic stop, or even trying to take photos while they are responding to emergencies. Such behaviors can hinder police work, potentially putting everyone involved at risk. Colorado takes these incidents seriously, aiming to protect not only law enforcement, but also the general public. The penalties reflect the importance of allowing police to do their jobs safely and effectively. So next time you see an active police scene, remember the stakes. Keeping calm and letting the professionals handle the situation is always best. What happens when hunger distorts our senses? Extreme hunger can actually change how we perceive taste and smell, making even inedible items seem like potential food. This fascinating phenomenon illustrates the incredible flexibility of our brains when survival is at stake. In desperate situations like being stranded in the wild, individuals may find themselves nibbling on tree bark or other unappetizing items. This behavior isn't just a quirky survival tactic, it's rooted in our biology. When the body lacks essential nutrients, the brain sends signals that alter our sensory experiences, blurring the lines between what is edible and what is not. This instinctive drive for survival can push people to consume materials they would normally avoid, all in the quest to stave off hunger. So next time you think about how hard it is to resist junk food, remember that in extreme conditions, our senses can adapt in ways that help us endure the toughest challenges. How far would you go to survive? Here's what actually happens when we value education. The narrative wraps up by emphasizing just how crucial education and teachers are in our lives. Think about it. Our ability to make sense of the world often hinges on the insights we gain from our teachers, who guide us through the maze of knowledge. This story beautifully highlights that understanding the complexities of life isn't just about facts and figures. It's about growth in the continuous journey of learning. When we engage with education, we not only gain information but also develop critical thinking skills that help us navigate challenges. Teachers play a pivotal role, inspiring curiosity and encouraging us to ask questions. Ultimately, the story reminds us that knowledge is a powerful tool in shaping our futures and making informed decisions. So how can we further appreciate the vital role of education in our lives? Here's a wild fact about jousting. In the medieval world, jousting was one of the most thrilling yet perilous sports around. Imagine knights clad in heavy armor charging at each other on horseback, wielding long lances aimed to knock their opponent off their steed. The excitement was palpable, but the danger was real. These fierce collisions often resulted in serious injuries, like broken bones, concussions, or worse. Sometimes knights even faced death on the tournament fields. Despite these risks, jousting captivated audiences and showcased a knight's skill and bravery. Engaging in this sport was not just about strength, it involved strategy, precision, and a touch of theatrical flair for the cheering crowds. So next time you think of medieval times, remember that jousting was as much about glory as it was about survival. Isn't that a fascinating glimpse into history? Why exactly does the Cybertruck stand out so much? The Cybertruck, Tesla's bold new electric vehicle, is built from an ultra-tough 30x cold-rolled stainless steel, which makes it dent-proof and even bullet-resistant. This extraordinary material choice not only gives the truck remarkable strength, but also creates a unique aesthetic that has sparked quite the conversation. Some people adore its futuristic, angular design, seeing it as a revolutionary step in automotive innovation. Others, however, find its unconventional look difficult to embrace. By departing from traditional curves and smooth lines, the Cybertruck has both its fans and critics arguing passionately about what makes a vehicle attractive. Ultimately, Tesla's daring choice in materials reflects a broader trend towards building cars that are not just stylish, but also incredibly resilient. Will this unique design change the way we think about vehicles, or will it remain a bold outlier in the automotive world? Imagine a concrete that bends and holds rivers. This dam-proof concrete is not just a construction material, it's a marvel of engineering. Unlike traditional concrete, which is rigid and unyielding, this innovative version is designed to curve gracefully while still maintaining its strength. This unique ability allows it to adapt to different designs, especially in dam construction, where controlling the flow of water is crucial. By bending rather than breaking, it can withstand the immense pressure water exerts on structures. Imagine those stunning, sweeping lines in architecture that not only look good, but also serve a functional purpose. This groundbreaking material opens up endless possibilities for engineers and architects alike, inviting new designs that were previously thought impossible. As we face challenges related to climate change and rising water levels, innovative materials like this could play a significant role in creating resilient infrastructure. Could this be the future of construction? Can we reduce unsolved murders in America? In the United States, unsolved murders remain a troubling issue, with authorities managing to solve only about half of the homicides reported in recent years. This statistic is even more alarming in larger cities where the rate of resolution dips significantly. Various factors contribute to this challenge, such as limited resources, high crime rates, and strained relationships between communities and law enforcement. For instance, in major urban areas, police departments often juggle multiple cases simultaneously, overwhelming their capacity to gather evidence or track leads effectively. Additionally, community trust plays a crucial role. Without cooperation from residents, solving these crimes becomes even more difficult. This situation raises critical questions about how to improve investigative techniques, enhance community police relations, and ultimately bring justice to victims and their families. What innovative approaches can we explore to tackle this pressing issue? Most people don't know this, but Chervon-Desh exists, an intriguing phenomenon occurring in parts of Great Britain, Spain, and southern France. This unique occurrence involves noticeable changes in dust thickness or surface color multiple times each year. The magic of Chervon-Desh is closely linked to the Sahara Desert, as winds often carry sand and dust across vast distances. When this desert dust lands in other regions, it can dramatically alter the look of the landscape. Imagine vibrant orange and reddish hues appearing on walls or roads, making them seem like an artwork straight from nature. Residents and visitors alike often marvel at these sudden, colorful transformations, which are not only visually stunning, but also play a role in local ecosystems. This changing dust can affect soil quality and even influence weather patterns. Isn't it fascinating how a bit of Saharan sand can bring such vibrancy far beyond its home? Is it really true that some fear beards? Paganophobia is a fascinating yet unusual fear that causes individuals to feel anxious or uncomfortable around bearded people. This phobia can lead to serious social challenges, with those affected going to great lengths to avoid situations where they might encounter facial hair. For example, during events like No Shave November, which encourages men to grow out their beards for charity, individuals with paganophobia may find themselves feeling heightened anxiety. This discomfort can stem from a variety of factors, including past experiences or cultural associations with beards. Interestingly, the fear is not just about aesthetics. It can also reflect deeper issues related to personal safety or social interactions. Imagine attending a gathering where everyone around is proudly sporting a beard. For those with this phobia, it can feel overwhelming. Understanding paganophobia helps us empathize with others and recognize how diverse human experiences can be. Finding support, whether through therapy or community discussions, can be a valuable step for anyone struggling with this unique fear. Surprisingly, Tom Cruise does his own jaw-dropping stunts. This Hollywood superstar is famous for pushing the limits, especially in his action-packed films like Mission Impossible: Fallout. In a particularly intense scene, he broke his ankle but refused to stop filming, showcasing his incredible dedication. But that's not all. Cruise has taken on the challenges of piloting helicopters and performing high-altitude jumps. What makes his stunts even more impressive is his insistence on avoiding CGI. He believes that real physical stunts create a more authentic experience for the audience. Whether he's hanging from the side of a plane or leaping off a building, Cruise's commitment to realism sets him apart in the industry. This dedication to performing his own stunts leads to exhilarating movie moments that keep fans on the edge of their seats. What do you think makes his stunts so compelling? Turns out the truth is that lizards can squirt blood. The short-horned lizard has a fascinating defense mechanism that's not just impressive but also quite unusual. When threatened by predators like coyotes or wolves, this small reptile can shoot a stream of blood from its eyes, reaching distances of up to 3 feet. How does it work? The lizard's ocular sinuses fill with blood, creating pressure that forces the blood out in an unexpected spray. This isn't just a party trick. The expelled blood contains chemicals that taste horrible to its would-be attackers, making them think twice about chasing it. By using this unique tactic, the short-horned lizard can confuse and repel its predators, giving it a fighting chance to escape danger. However, this dramatic measure is only used in extreme situations, highlighting how adaptable and clever these little creatures can be in the wild. Guess what really drives eye color and addiction? Recent research suggests a fascinating link between blue eyes and alcohol dependence. Sperm cells, known as the smallest cells in the male body, might seem unrelated, but this connection is intriguing. Individuals with blue eyes may face a higher risk of developing alcohol addiction compared to those with darker eyes. However, it's essential to remember that eye color is just one small piece of a much larger puzzle. Factors like genetics, environment, and individual behavior play crucial roles in determining one's tolerance to alcohol and likelihood of addiction. So, While having blue eyes might slightly increase risk, it doesn't mean that someone with darker eyes is safe from addiction. This research highlights the complexity of alcohol dependence and shows that our physical traits can sometimes influence our health in unexpected ways. Isn't it fascinating how our bodies and habits can be connected in such surprising ways? Can you imagine that birds can mimic sounds? It's true. Native birds in Australia possess a remarkable talent for imitation. These feathered performers can mimic not just their fellow birds, but also a variety of other animals. Whether it's the caw of a crow or the squawks of parrots, their vocal repertoire is impressive. What's even more astonishing is that these birds can reproduce artificial sounds, like car horns and even the noise of hammering. This skill isn't just for show, it plays an essential role in their survival. Mimicking other animals can help them communicate threats and attract mates. Think of the lyrebird, which is famous for its ability to imitate chainsaws and camera shutters, delighting researchers and birdwatchers alike. This amazing mimicry showcases the intelligence of these birds and offers a fascinating glimpse into the acoustic world of nature. What other secrets of wildlife are waiting to be discovered? Here's a wild fact about General Rommel's fate. General Erwin Rommel, known as the Desert Fox, was a key figure in World War II, commanding German troops in North Africa. However, his fortunes changed dramatically in 1944 when he was implicated in a conspiracy to assassinate Adolf Hitler. Facing death for treason, Rommel was offered a grim choice: take cyanide and avoid public execution. He accepted, ending his life to protect his family from repercussions. The Nazis, keen on preserving morale and their image, staged an elaborate state funeral. They falsely announced that Rommel had died from injuries suffered in battle. This deception allowed the regime to maintain an illusion of unity and strength, while the reality was quite different. Rommel remains a complex figure, admired for his military tactics, yet entangled in the dark legacy of the Nazi regime. His life and untimely death reflect the intense pressures and moral dilemmas of wartime leadership. What does this tell us about loyalty and betrayal in history? Hard to believe, but North America produces over 50% of Earth's oxygen. This incredible feat is mainly due to tiny microscopic organisms that thrive in its diverse ecosystems, including oceans, lakes, and forests. Phytoplankton, a type of microscopic algae, plays a major role in this oxygen production. These tiny plants absorb sunlight during photosynthesis, converting carbon dioxide and water into oxygen and energy. In fact, these organisms are responsible for nearly half of the total oxygen generated globally. Additionally, North American forests, filled with towering trees like oaks and pines, also contribute significantly by releasing oxygen as they grow. This vital process not only supports wildlife, but helps regulate the planet's climate. So the next time you take a deep breath, remember that many of those oxygen molecules could be coming from North America's rich ecosystems. Did you know that Garden of the Gods mesmerizes visitors? This stunning natural park in Colorado, USA, is famous for its breathtaking red sandstone rock formations that leave everyone in awe. With towering structures like the iconic Tower of Babel and Camel's Rock, this park showcases nature's artistry at its finest. Picture vibrant red rocks rising dramatically against a clear blue sky. It's a sight you won't want to miss. Whether you're hiking, rock climbing, or simply taking a leisurely stroll, every corner of the park offers a unique perspective on these geological wonders. The area also holds rich cultural history, having been sacred to Native American tribes for centuries. Open year-round, Garden of the Gods is not only a paradise for adventure seekers, but also a tranquil spot for anyone looking to connect with nature. So are you ready to explore this natural masterpiece? Why exactly does Montserrat Monastery captivate so many visitors? Nestled high on Montserrat Mountain, just a stone's throw from Barcelona, this stunning monastery offers breathtaking views that seem almost otherworldly. Built in the 10th century, Montserrat Monastery is a spiritual haven, drawing pilgrims and tourists alike, all eager to glimpse its most revered treasure, the statue of the Virgin of Montserrat, affectionately known as La Moreneta. This stunning statue depicts the Virgin Mary holding the baby Jesus and is celebrated for its unique dark complexion, which adds to its allure. Beyond its religious significance, the monastery is set against a backdrop of dramatic rock formations and lush greenery, making it a must-see for nature lovers and photographers. Visitors can hike the surrounding trails, exploring the breathtaking landscape while soaking in the tranquility of the area. With a rich history intertwined with Spanish culture, Montserrat Monastery not only serves as a place of worship, but also as a symbol of local pride and devotion. So why not plan a trip to experience this marvel for yourself? Can you believe the first commercial flight was in 1914? On January 1st, 1914, history took off when the first commercial airplane flight soared between St. Petersburg and Tampa, Florida, covering a distance of 21 miles in a mere 23 minutes. This pioneering journey was made possible by the Benoist Chart Toronto, a small biplane that carried one lucky passenger, a mail pouch, and a pilot. Imagine the excitement of seeing the world from the sky for the very first time. Back in those days, flying was a completely new concept, and this historic flight opened the door to air travel as we know it today. People were eager to experience this incredible innovation, although it would take some time for commercial flights to become popular. By showing that flight could not only be safe but also efficient, the 1914 journey paved the way for the modern airline industry. Today, air travel connects us to distant parts of the world, making distant places feel like a day trip away. Isn't it fascinating to think just how far we've come since that groundbreaking flight? Prepare to be amazed by Bakemonogatari's toothbrushing episode. In a surprising twist, this popular anime dedicates an entire episode to the art of brushing teeth. The animators went above and beyond, studying the intricate process of toothbrushing to depict it in a way that feels both dramatic and engaging. You might wonder how such a simple daily task could capture an audience's attention, but it's all about the details. This episode showcases the creativity in animation, turning a mundane activity into a captivating spectacle. With vibrant visuals and dynamic movements, viewers experience the brushing process as if they were right there in the bathroom. Bakemonogatari reminds us that even the smallest moments can hold rich storytelling potential, making us rethink the everyday things we often take for granted. Can you see yourself watching a toothbrushing adventure like this one? Believe it or not, sugar can cause strange dreams. Have you ever indulged in a sweet treat before bed and then woken up to dreams featuring dancing bananas or jelly bean trials? This quirky phenomenon happens because a rapid sugar spike in your bloodstream can disrupt REM sleep, the stage where most dreaming occurs. When your body experiences a surge in sugar, it can lead to restlessness and fragmented sleep, resulting in more unusual and vivid dreams. Your brain, trying to process this energy boost, can create an animated narrative while you sleep, turning your subconscious into a bizarre performance. Scientists suggest that avoiding sugary snacks before bedtime can help you achieve a more restful night with fewer strange adventures. So the next time you're craving dessert after dinner, think about how it might affect your dream world. What kind of dreams would you prefer? Here's a wild fact about the C5M supergalaxy. This impressive aircraft is one of the largest cargo planes in the world, boasting an incredible ability to transport massive loads. It can easily carry 2 M1 Abrams tanks or up to 6 Black Hawk helicopters, making it essential for military operations and humanitarian missions alike. With its enormous wingspan and advanced technology, the C5M supergalaxy stands out as a key player in the U.S. Air Transport Force. Imagine the logistical challenges of moving heavy equipment across the globe. This cargo plane simplifies that task. It showcases American ingenuity in aviation and emphasizes the importance of being equipped for rapid response in times of need. Its versatility means it can deliver critical supplies and support to areas affected by disasters, as well as transport vital military assets. With capabilities like these, it's no wonder the C5M is often called upon for some of the most demanding missions around the globe. How does this massive plane manage to fly with such heavy loads? What if I told you about lightning's incredible power? A single bolt of lightning packs an astonishing punch, containing enough energy to toast a whopping 100,000 slices of bread. This amazing natural phenomenon can reach blistering temperatures of up to 30,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 5 times hotter than the sun's surface. When a lightning bolt strikes, the heat generated rapidly expands and compresses the air around it, creating that iconic thunder we hear. Lightning is not just a stunning visual display, it's a reminder of the tremendous forces at play in our world. Every time you see those brilliant flashes in the sky, think about the sheer energy involved, enough to power a whole bakery. So next time a storm rolls in, look up and marvel at nature's electrifying spectacle. How often do we get to witness such powerful energy in action? Prepare to be amazed by George A. Miller's discovery. In 1956, psychologist George A. Miller introduced the fascinating concept known as the Rule of 7. He found that the average person can hold about 7 chunks of information in their short-term memory at once. This simple yet powerful idea has profound implications for how we learn and process information. For example, when trying to remember a phone number, it's often divided into smaller sections, like 3 digits followed by 4, to make recall easier. Miller's research explains why strategies like using groups of 7 or creating memorable associations can help us retain information better. This insight not only shaped the field of psychology, but also influences how we design educational tools, advertisements, and even user interfaces in technology. So next time you struggle to remember things, just remember, you might be able to hold on to about 7 pieces of information at once. Did you know about Antarctica's smallest giant? Antarctica's largest native land animal is actually a tiny wingless midgefly that measures just half an inch long. This little critter might not look impressive at first glance, but it holds the title for being the biggest terrestrial creature on this icy continent. While most of the other animals in Antarctica, like seals and penguins, are marine animals that thrive in the ocean, the midgeflies have adapted to survive in the harsh conditions on land. They can be found during the brief summer months when temperatures rise just enough for them to become active. Despite their size, these midgeflies play a vital role in the ecosystem, feeding on algae and helping to break down organic matter. So next time you think of Antarctica, remember it's not just about the seals and penguins. This small yet significant midge shows us that life can thrive even in the most extreme environments. How amazing is that? Hard to believe, but stomach acid can dissolve razor blades. The human stomach is a powerful machine, boasting an astonishingly acidic environment that can break down tough materials. With a pH level between 1.0 and 2.0, the acid in our stomachs is strong enough to dissolve metal, as shown in a study published in the journal Gastrointestinal Endoscopy. In this study, researchers found that a single-edged razor blade could completely dissolve after just 2 hours of being immersed in stomach acid. This incredible strength comes from hydrochloric acid, which aids in digestion and helps to kill harmful bacteria. However, it's crucial to note that while our stomachs are equipped to handle such challenges, swallowing sharp objects like razor blades can be incredibly dangerous and lead to serious injuries. So next time you think about what your stomach can do, remember its astonishing ability to tackle even razor blades. Just don't test it out yourself. You won't believe this about Cameroon's president. Paul Biya, at 92 years old, holds the title of one of the world's longest-serving leaders. Since taking office in 1982, he has led Cameroon for more than 4 decades, navigating through various challenges and changes in the country. This extraordinary tenure gives him a unique perspective on both national and international issues. Under Biya's leadership, Cameroon has experienced significant political and social transformations, often sparking debates around democracy and governance. While some view his long stay as stability, others criticize it for potential stagnation in reforms. Interestingly, such lengthy leadership is rare in modern politics, raising questions about the balance between experience and the need for new ideas. Biya's legacy will undoubtedly shape Cameroon's future for years to come. Can a leader in power for so long effectively adapt to evolving global dynamics? Did you know our brains can create false memories? It's fascinating how our minds work. Yet it can lead us astray. When we try to recall events from our past, our brains sometimes fill in the blanks with details that never actually happened. This process is called memory distortion, and it occurs because our brains seek to construct a coherent story from scattered bits of information. Imagine trying to piece together a jigsaw puzzle without all the pieces. You might guess what's missing. This is why two people can remember the same event differently. Their individual perspectives, emotions, and even recent experiences influence their memories. The most surprising part is that many of us don't realize these fabrications are happening. So the next time you confidently recount a memory, ask yourself, could it be more fiction than fact? Understanding this can help us appreciate the quirky nature of human memory. Here's a wild fact about Leonardo da Vinci. Long before the first airplane took to the skies, the brilliant mind of Leonardo da Vinci was dreaming of flight. In the late 1400s, he sketched designs for what he called a flying machine, inspired by nature and the graceful movements of birds. His imaginative concepts included a device resembling a helicopter called the aerial screw, and a glider model with wings similar to a bat's. These designs were remarkably advanced for his time, showcasing his deep understanding of mechanics and aerodynamics. Despite not having the technology to construct a working model, Da Vinci's vision laid the groundwork for future aviators. His notebooks, filled with sketches and theories, reflect a creative genius who understood the possibilities of human flight nearly 500 years before the Wright brothers finally made it a reality. Can you imagine what Da Vinci would think of today's aircraft? Could loneliness be as harmful as smoking? Studies reveal that social isolation affects our health just like smoking a pack a day. When people lack friendships, they're not just feeling lonely, they're putting themselves at risk for serious health problems. Research shows that individuals with few social connections face a higher chance of cardiovascular disease and have weaker immune systems. This chronic loneliness doesn't stop there. It's often linked to increased anxiety and depression, making it a formidable foe for our mental well-being. Even more concerning, isolation can trigger inflammatory responses in the body, leading to various health issues over time. On top of that, being socially isolated can speed up cognitive decline, significantly raising the risk of developing dementia. So cultivating friendships and staying connected might just be as vital for our health as eating well and exercising. In a world where many of us experience loneliness, understanding these risks highlights the importance of reaching out and building meaningful relationships. What can we do today to foster connection and combat loneliness? What if I told you color blindness shaped Facebook's colors? Mark Zuckerberg, the co-founder of Facebook, has red-green color blindness, a trait that affects how he perceives colors. For him, blue stands out as the most vivid and striking color, making it a natural choice for Facebook's branding. This personal characteristic didn't just influence a personal preference, it altered the entire visual identity of one of the world's biggest social media platforms. By choosing blue as the primary color, Zuckerberg ensured that the site would resonate with a broad audience while also reflecting his unique way of seeing the world. The blue also symbolizes trust and dependability, important qualities for a platform connecting millions of people. So next time you scroll through your Facebook feed, remember that this giant of social media was in part shaped by the way its creator sees color. Why exactly does helium make flying fish so fun? Helium-controlled flying fish, or swimmers, are fascinating remote-controlled toys that bring a splash of creativity to playtime. These whimsical gadgets use helium to float gracefully through the air, creating a unique experience that blends elements of both water and sky. Picture a fish gliding about your living room, effortlessly soaring to new heights while you steer it with a remote. This innovative design allows kids and adults alike to host competitions right at home, challenging friends to see whose swimmer can fly the highest or navigate through the most obstacles. It's not just about floating, it's about the joy of watching these colorful toys dance in the air, sparking imagination and laughter. So, whether it's a birthday party or a cozy family game night, swimmers add a delightful twist to traditional playtime. Dive into the fun and let your creativity take flight. Ever thought about why the ancient wheel fascinates us? This incredible invention is estimated to be between 5,150 and 5,350 years old, making it one of the oldest known wheels in history. Dating back to the late Neolithic period or the early Copper Age, it offers a glimpse into the world of early human innovation. The wheel changed the course of transportation and technology, allowing for easier movement of goods and people. Today, you can find this remarkable artifact in the City Museum of Ljubljana, Slovenia. Visitors and researchers flock to see it, marveling at how such a simple yet revolutionary object shaped our civilization. Imagine a time when the wheel didn't exist and how life would have been so different. The ancient wheel not only demonstrates human ingenuity, but also connects us to our distant past, inspiring curiosity about how such inventions propelled humanity forward. Surprisingly, it's a fact that rugby united soldiers. In 1902, during the Second Boer War, South Africa experienced a remarkable moment of camaraderie when a temporary ceasefire was declared to allow a rugby match to take place between British and Boer forces. This astonishing event highlights how deeply rooted rugby was in South African culture, even amidst the chaos of war. As the game kicked off, both sides set aside their differences, demonstrating that sports can bridge divides, even in the toughest situations. Fans gathered to cheer, and players showed their skills on the field instead of on the battlefield. This special game not only allowed soldiers to enjoy a moment of peace, but also illustrated the powerful role of rugby in uniting communities. Can you imagine soldiers from opposing sides sharing laughter and excitement during such a tumultuous time? It proves that sports can create bonds that defy the odds. What if I told you the internet is a human right? The United Nations has officially recognized access to the internet as essential for everyone. This groundbreaking declaration highlights the role of digital connectivity in our daily lives, ensuring people across the globe can access crucial information, communicate easily, and engage in important conversations. In today's world, where most services and opportunities are online, not being connected can mean missing out on education, employment, and even healthcare. By declaring the internet a fundamental human right, the UN emphasizes that everyone should have the chance to participate in the digital age, regardless of their background or location. This step encourages countries to create policies that promote universal access and addresses the growing digital divide. How can we work together to make internet access a reality for all? Did you know Disney's Bambi owes its beauty to China? The stunning backgrounds of the classic film Bambi were inspired by the elegant landscapes found in Chinese paintings from the Song dynasty, showcasing mountains and serene waters. Tyrus Wang, a talented Chinese-born artist, played a crucial role in shaping this visual style. As the lead artist for Bambi, Wang infused the film with a unique blend of traditional Chinese art and American animation techniques. His vision created a dreamy atmosphere that perfectly matched the story's themes of nature and innocence. Wang's backgrounds are not only visually appealing, but also highlight a deep respect for the natural world, echoing the essence of Chinese landscape artistry. This blending of cultures in Bambi illustrates how art can bridge gaps and bring diverse influences together in one enchanting narrative. Have you ever noticed the striking differences in animation styles across different cultures? What if I told you food shapes our culture? The culinary landscape is a vibrant tapestry woven from diverse threads of food, culture, and health. Each dish tells a story, reflecting not just our tastes, but also the traditions and values of different communities. Researchers dive into fascinating questions about how cultural backgrounds influence dietary practices, revealing that the food we consume can signify much more than just nourishment. For instance, in many cultures, communal meals strengthen bonds, while certain ingredients are believed to hold health benefits, showcasing the deep connections between our plates and our well-being. By studying various cuisines and their origins, we can uncover valuable lessons about sustainability, nutrition, and even social justice. With every bite, we have the opportunity to appreciate a world of knowledge, making the culinary landscape a rich area for research and exploration. Hard to believe, but mansions can cost as little as a sandwich. This eye-popping idea isn't just a fantasy, It represents amazing real estate deals that sometimes pop up. Imagine finding a luxurious mansion priced so low that it seems unbelievable, like just a few dollars. Such deals can occur in unique situations like foreclosure auctions or properties needing extensive repairs. People often hesitate to believe these offers, questioning if they are legitimate. What's intriguing is that these unbelievable bargains can evoke excitement and hope, transforming lives for those who seize the opportunity. However, prospective buyers should always do their homework, ensuring they understand any hidden costs or necessary renovations. After all, if a dream home is being sold at a significantly lowered price, there might be reasons behind it. Who wouldn't be tempted by the idea of living large for less? What if I told you seconds can change everything? 1,000,000 seconds equals about 11 days, which might seem like a decent chunk of time. But wait until you hear about 1,000,000,000 seconds. That massive amount of time stretches out to around 32 years. This eye-opening comparison shows just how different these large numbers really are. Think about it. 11 days feels like a vacation, but 32 years, that's a lifetime. In our everyday lives, we often use these terms without really grasping their scale. For instance, when we talk about saving $1,000,000 versus $1,000,000,000, we might get lost in the numbers. However, it's clear these figures hold vastly different meanings. As you reflect on time and numbers, remember that 1,000,000 seconds can fly by, while 1,000,000,000 seconds might lead you into a whole new chapter of life. Are you amazed by how different they truly are? Did you know that hindsight bias affects our memories? This psychological phenomenon, often called the "I knew it all along" effect, leads us to believe that we could have predicted an event after it has happened. For instance, if a basketball team loses a crucial game, fans might say they saw it coming all along, despite having supported the team just before the game. This effect can distort our recollection of how uncertain we truly felt at the time. Because of hindsight bias, we often overlook our previous gaps in knowledge or our flawed predictions. This can hinder our ability to learn from past mistakes, as we may feel overly confident about our judgment. Understanding this bias is essential, especially in areas requiring careful decision-making. By recognizing that our memories can be misleading, we can work towards becoming better thinkers and smarter decision-makers in the future. Hard to believe, but it's true about Pirahan language. In the fascinating world of linguistics, the Pirahan language spoken by the Pirahan tribe of the Amazon rainforest has a unique twist. Every speaker must use a special suffix to clarify how they know something. This suffix reveals whether they are sharing personal experiences, secondhand stories, or just rumors. By doing this, Pirahan speakers leave no room for misunderstanding or ambiguity in their conversations. Imagine a world where you can't just say something happened without explaining how you know it. That's the reality for Pirahan speakers. This commitment to evidentiality influences not only their language, but their culture, emphasizing honesty and clarity in communication. It's a remarkable approach that challenges the way many other languages function, making us think about how we express truth and information. Did you know about the Dust Bowl disaster? This catastrophic event occurred during the 1930s, transforming the southern plains into a vast dust cloud that swept across the country. The Dust Bowl was fueled by a combination of severe drought conditions and poor farming practices, such as overplowing and inadequate crop rotation, which stripped the land of its natural resilience. Farmers trying to maximize their profits unintentionally created an ecological nightmare. When the winds picked up speed, immense dust storms erupted, sometimes darkening the sky for days and burying homes and farmland under layers of dirt. This environmental crisis led to one of the worst agricultural hardships in U.S. history, forcing thousands of families to abandon their farms and seek refuge elsewhere, particularly in California. The plight of these Dust Bowl refugees highlighted the urgent need for better soil conservation methods and changed how farmers approach land management. The lessons learned from this period continue to resonate today as we confront modern agricultural challenges. Guess what really drives wine production? About 700 grapes are needed to produce a single bottle of wine, which can weigh around 2.6 pounds. The number of grapes varies based on the type of grape and the methods used by winemakers. Vineyards carefully select and harvest grapes at just the right time to ensure the best taste, acidity, and sweetness. Interestingly, red wines usually require more grapes than white wines. This is because the skins, seeds, and stems of red grapes contribute significantly to the flavor and body of the final product. The magic of winemaking involves several steps: crushing the grapes, fermenting the juice, aging it to develop flavor, and finally bottling this delightful drink. Each step takes a lot of care and attention, which is essential for creating the wines that many people enjoy. So next time you sip your favorite glass, remember the amazing journey those grapes took. Have you ever heard of the Lonely Hearts Killers? In the 1940s, a chilling couple took advantage of Lonely Hearts ads to lure vulnerable women into their trap. Known as the Lonely Hearts Killers, this pair reportedly killed at least 17 victims before their reign of terror ended. They would place ads in newspapers, enticing women seeking companionship with promises of love and affection. Once the women arrived at their home, they faced unimaginable danger. The couple would then rob and murder them, hiding their bodies in various locations. This horrific saga came to a dramatic halt when investigators pieced together the clues, leading to their arrest. After a series of trials and immense public outcry, the killers received the death penalty for their heinous acts. Their story serves as a dark reminder of the dangers of trust and deception. What can we learn from such a grim tale today? Prepare to be amazed by snails' survival skills. Snails have a fascinating ability to enter a state of hibernation or estivation, which helps them endure extreme weather conditions. When temperatures drop too low or it becomes too dry, these clever creatures seal themselves into their shells. This clever tactic allows snails to conserve energy and survive long periods without food or water. During hibernation, their metabolic rate decreases significantly, meaning they don't need to eat or drink as frequently. This remarkable resilience showcases how life adapts to harsh environments. In the case of estivation, snails can also survive scorching heat, which is particularly useful in arid regions. This means that wherever you might find them, from lush gardens to dry deserts, you can appreciate their incredible ability to withstand the odds. Isn't it amazing to think about how such small creatures can thrive in tough conditions? This might surprise you: Warner Brothers and the Ottoman Empire. In 1923, while filmmakers were busy creating magic in Hollywood, the world was witnessing the end of an era with the official abolition of the Ottoman Sultan title in 1922. Warner Brothers, which is now synonymous with blockbuster movies and beloved cartoons, was founded just a year later, marking the beginning of a new chapter in cinematic history. The Ottoman Empire, once a powerful and sprawling domain, had been in decline for years, and its disintegration signified a dramatic shift in global politics. Meanwhile, in California, four brothers, Harry, Albert, Sam, and Jack Warner, were tapping into the budding film industry, paving the way for beloved characters like Bugs Bunny and Batman. This contrast between the end of an empire and the start of a media giant highlights how history can pivot in surprising ways, leading to cultural transformations that resonate even today. Can you believe we walk around Earth 5 times? The average person logs an astonishing 185,000 kilometers in their lifetime, a distance that's roughly equivalent to circling the planet at the equator 5 times. This incredible feat comes from our daily routines, whether we're heading to school, strolling in the park, or just pacing around the house. If you think about it, that's a lot of steps. On a daily basis, the average adult walks about 7,500 to 10,000 steps, which adds up quickly. Imagine all those tiny moments. Each time you walk to catch the bus or move from one room to another, you're contributing to this monumental total. While walking is often seen as a simple act, it's a remarkable part of human life that not only keeps us fit, but also connects us with our environment. So next time you're out for a walk, remember every step takes you a little closer to that epic journey around the earth. Believe it or not, Burger King has a sauna. This unique twist on fast food culture is found in Helsinki, Finland, where the popular chain offers an unexpected experience: dine while you unwind in a sauna. Imagine sitting back with a delicious Whopper, feeling the warmth of the steam surrounding you, and having a towel draped over your shoulders. It's not just about eating, it's a full sensory adventure. The sauna adds a cozy touch to your meal, creating a relaxing atmosphere that's rare in the fast food world. Customers have shared that the personalized service enhances the experience, making it not just about grabbing a quick bite, but savoring a moment of comfort. This reflects a broader trend in Finland, where saunas are a significant part of the culture and social life. By blending these two enjoyable activities, Burger King is truly changing the way we think about fast food. So the next time you crave a burger, why not think about enjoying it in a sauna? It's a quick getaway from the ordinary. Get ready to explore Orson Welles' famous radio drama. In 1938, Orson Welles captivated America with his groundbreaking radio adaptation of H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. This program famously aired on Halloween night and quickly became notorious for causing panic across the nation. Many listeners, tuning in late, believed that the fictional news reports of Martians invading Earth were real. Wells, who directed and narrated the broadcast, wanted to showcase the power of radio as a medium for storytelling. And he certainly succeeded. The broadcast featured realistic sound effects and dramatic acting, making the imaginary Martian invasion feel convincing. As a result, people around the country were alarmed, some rushing to seek safety, while others, overwhelmed by fear, listened intently, convinced of an extraterrestrial threat. This event sparked discussions about media responsibility and the influence of technology on public perception. Orson Welles not only made waves with Citizen Kane, but also forever changed the landscape of radio drama with this unforgettable broadcast. How did Welles manage to pull off such an incredible feat? Can you believe Pringles aren't real potato chips? In a surprising twist, a court ruling in 2009 revealed that these popular snacks do not fit the traditional definition of potato chips. While they are labeled as such, Pringles only contain about 42% potato. The rest of their composition includes a blend of wheat and other ingredients, which gives them that iconic shape and crunch. This ruling sparked debates about food labeling and what constitutes a potato chip. Many people enjoy Pringles for their unique flavors and uniform shape, but it raises questions about our expectations of snack foods. When you reach for a can of these crispy treats, you might be surprised to learn that they aren't made from whole, sliced potatoes like traditional chips. So next time you pop open a can of Pringles, remember that they're more about a creative recipe than the humble potato. Here's a wild fact about Madagascar's wildlife. Madagascar is famous for its astonishing biodiversity, boasting that about 90% of its wildlife is found nowhere else on our planet. This means that if you want to see unique creatures like lemurs and chameleons, Madagascar is the place to be. The island's isolation from mainland Africa has created the perfect conditions for evolution, leading to a remarkable level of endemism, where species adapt to their specific environments. For instance, there are over 100 different species of lemurs, each with its own distinct traits and habitats. Chameleons, with their incredible color-changing abilities, add to Madagascar's charm. This exceptional variety of life is not just fascinating, it's also fragile, highlighting the importance of conservation efforts to protect these unique species and their habitats. What wild creatures will you discover in Madagascar? Guess what makes Hawaii's beaches so unique? Erosion of volcanic rock plays a crucial role in revealing a beautiful gem known as olivine. This mineral gives the beach its stunning green hue, setting it apart from the usual golden sands many expect. The striking colors are not just visually remarkable, they tell a story about the intense geological activity that shaped Hawaii. However, reaching these hidden beaches requires a bit of adventure, as their remote locations challenge even the most enthusiastic travelers. Those who are willing to trek off the beaten path are rewarded with breathtaking views, unique sand, and the sense of discovering a secret paradise. Imagine strolling along the shores where the ocean meets vibrant green grains underfoot, while the breathtaking landscape surrounds you. This untouched beauty reminds us that sometimes the best experiences come from putting in a little extra effort. So if you're an adventurer at heart, Exploring Hawaii's unique olivine beaches is an opportunity not to be missed. Here's something incredible about Earth's density. Did you know that Earth is the densest planet in our solar system? With an average density of about 5.52 grams per cubic centimeter, it packs more mass into each cubic centimeter than any other planet. This high density is primarily due to our planet's metallic core, composed mainly of iron and nickel, which contributes significantly to its overall weight. The density also affects Earth's gravity and has a big impact on the geology and atmosphere we experience daily. For instance, it's an important factor in how mountains form and how plate tectonics operates. Plus, this density helps keep our atmosphere intact, making life possible. So the next time you think about Earth, remember that it's not just a beautiful blue planet, but also the heavyweight champion of the solar system. How cool is that?